All right, so I'm just, because you've spent a lot of time with data this morning, I thought it would be a good opportunity to just sort of think about, Janet has presented you with data sets, both from formal research level papers to start with, down to what you might do in your classroom. And we've taken a look at what is expected in the science standards and how they're supported with math and ELA. And I'm just kind of curious if we actually, thinking about all of that, I want you to think about that question for just a minute. What do you think is the purpose of all of these data sets? Because we've thrown a lot of data at you. We know what kids need to do with it, but what's the point of using it? I want to make sure we kind of think about that for a minute. So I'm going to give you about a minute and a half or so. You've got pads of paper if you don't have paper with you. And I'd just like you to kind of jot a few things down on your thinking about, this is a stop and jot, right? We're going to all come individually think and then come to a whole group and have a conversation. What's the purpose of all of these data sets? Why are we borrowing to do this? Bring it back up here. So what is the purpose of data based on what we have kind of talked about so far today, or what you've read, or maybe from your prior experience? Why do we care about data? What does it do for us? Yes?
We both kind of stuck to, it teaches a range of problem-solving skills.
Okay.
And it answers relevant questions and provides solutions based off of the process.
All right. Yep.
Just to add on, it's the evidence you collect for supporting or refuting a claim.
Students now, what they hear, they think they think it's all like true. Like when I was little, yeah, TV was objective, but not now. It's almost all commentaries, and they think it's all true. They need to learn.
Yes.
You need to find some data, or don't believe that.
Yeah, that's fair.
We talked about how it's like analytical skills, how to process information, analyze it, find patterns, make connections, practice in doing that.
Sort of from the big picture perspective, data is used to make decisions. It's not always, I mean, you can consider that a problem, but sometimes it's just you're evaluating what are my options, and you need data to make that decision. And it's not just science and math decisions, but decisions everywhere in life. And I think to broaden that perspective, that hey, this isn't just a science skill. This is like a
Citizen skill.
Citizen skill, yes.
Yes.
And that's sort of where I was getting, because I was saying you would find information that then you could present to stakeholders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, whether they're changes or problems or things that are going well, but it's data that you can present to someone who can give you
This kind of makes me think about, before I would do the data nuggets and everything in my class, I might want to do this with my students and have them come up with why understanding data is so important, not just like what you were saying in science, but as like a citizen skill.
Yeah.
So somehow directing them to that conclusion before we start doing that frequently in the class.
Would be a great idea.
So it's not.
They do, they need a connection, don't they? Like they're really good about doing whatever we want them to do, right? Well, most of the time, right?
The only reason they get it out.
Most of the time, they'll do what you want them to do, but to give them purpose for it too, and framing. I think framing it around a problem or a phenomenon, which Groundswell does really, really well, right? Like that's the point of we're trying to be stewards of our watershed, and how can we help that in our area, given some of the issues we have locally. So I think that's a great idea. I love that.